Hello, comrades. So, it will be stream about madness in Poland, about the explosion of the Russophobia, and because all the time I am accused that I repeat the Russian propaganda, Putin propaganda. So now there will be very hard, very aggressive Putinist propaganda. Putinist propaganda, which is now forbidden in European Union. So let's listen together this forbidden Putinist propaganda. It is Piotr Tchaikovsky, Swan Lake. This masterpiece is forbidden in Poland now. Listen carefully. It is very strong, aggressive Putinist propaganda. Forbidden in Germany. Forbidden in the opera in Munich. München. Tchaikovsky is Russian. And because he is Russian, now every artist from Russia is forbidden in Western countries. It's the last time when you're listening this song. Very strong Russian propaganda. Hello, comrade from Chile. You are listening now this forbidden Russian propaganda. Piotr Tchaikovsky. Okay, so that will be over for now. I prepared some very sad photos about Poland. So in last since beginning of the war in Ukraine, we have a lot of Russian Soviet army monuments in Poland which are destroyed. I make a collection of the photos and. Firstly, I would like to apologize that this is the recent photo and also photo which was taking place 1 year, 2 years, 5 years ago. So there are 49 photo, but of course it is not all. So this is we are waiting for the Mateusz Piskorski. He will maybe come here. And this is the very famous monument in Warsaw. It was in the right board of the Warsaw in Prague. As you see, it is in front of the. Maybe I will make publicity in my other channel because there are not many people. So wait a little bit. We are here to to wait. Mm, I make something to to invite another persons. Okay. Maybe now it will be better. Okay, so it is very famous monument in Warsaw. As you see, is in front of the Orthodox Church, and they destroyed this monument. They said that it is temporary because there will be station metro here, and after the renovation, this monument will come back, but unfortunately this monument didn't come back. Here is the monument in Poznań. Poznań, it is the city in the west of the Poland, and as you see, there is the uh, I will not comment this. This is a monument in Sanok. Sanok, it is a city in Podkarpacie. It is very close to the Ukrainian border now. Oh, send these statues to Chile. I will be happy to have it in my backyard. Yes, but after revolution in Poland, we will take back this monument because it is our history. It is history of socialist Poland. Uh, another. This is in cemetery. Cemetery. You know that it is barbaric thing that in the cemetery when you have the tomb of the soldiers who liberated Poland. Now the hooligans came and they. It is. Mm, it's a shame. It's a shame. Here is another monument, as you see. Now they are paint the Ukrainian flag. It is stupid because the Soviet army, it was the army of the citizens of Soviet Union, and after Russian, the Ukrainian people was the most important nation which fight in the fight in this Soviet army. So it is not before when there was some important days, some anniversaries like liberation of Warsaw in 17 January, or finish the Second World War, 9 May. There was a flower in these monuments in Warsaw, and there was the flower which was from all these ambassadors of ex-Soviet Union, from Russia, from Ukraine, from Belarus, Kazakhstan, at stuff like this. So I don't understand why they want to, and this Ukrainian who fight in the Soviet army, they are our liberators. As you see, this is the monument in Dąbrowa Górnicza. Dąbrowa Górnicza is in the south of Poland. Górnicza, it is minor, so it is the city where with big tradition of the workers movement, the coal industry, and they destroy this very beautiful monument. They forget much territory was ceded to Ukraine during the Soviet period, and they would not be as big as they are without the Soviet Union. Without Soviet Union, Ukraine before Soviet Union never exist. It's we have to all this discussion about the territory of Ukraine and the history of the states. We need to remember that before Soviet Union, this state didn't exist, never. It is not from Poland. I think that it is in Ukraine or in other place. It was made after the referendum in Crimea, in Russian. You can read here Crime in 2014. So it is not from Poland, but um, okay, this is the monument of Zbigniew Berling. This monument don't exist now. It was broken. It was destroyed by the psychopath Adam Słomka. Zbigniew Berling, he was leader of the Polish army created in the Soviet Union, and this army fight with the Nazis. They started this fight in Lenino after they liberate Poland and after they liberate Berlin. There was only two army which liberate Berlin from the Nazis. It was the Soviet army and of course the army of General Berling, and it was a monument in Warsaw. Now this monument is destroyed, but before destroyed, very often this monument was a victim of a hooligan attack. This is another monument. I even don't know where is this monument, but you see this inscription here is destroyed. Wieczna sława wojnam Krasnej Armii pogibszym w bojach z niemieckim zachwatчиком. Czyli it's we will always remember the soldiers of the Red Army who died in the fight against the German occupant. We can make traduction like this. As you see, somebody make painter here. And this is the monument in Koszalin. This monument was destroyed a few days ago. I have another better photo of this monument of Koszalin. There is also monument how they destroyed this monument. Very, very sad thing. Koszalin, it is north of Poland. It is near the Baltic Sea. This is the inscription. Liberators, heroes, soldiers from Red Army. As you see, somebody broke this. And this is Katowice. A few days ago, the Vandals came to cemetery of the Red Army in Katowice, and they make these barbaric things. I saw a Polish film called Warsaw of 1944. The film expressed the perfidy of the Soviet Union and failed the cross of the Vistana River, which led to the failure. Yes, but the liberation of war, the military operation, take Warsaw. It is very complicated operation, and it was stupid from the point of view of the Polish that they don't. The decision to make Warsaw uprising, it was decision only politic. It was the answer of the government on exile that there was 1 week ago 22 of July was created new socialist government in Poland. And this Warsaw uprising was not to liberate Warsaw, was not to liberate Polish people. This Warsaw uprising was only against, not against German, it was against this socialist government. And this decision to take this to fight with Germans without collaboration with Soviet army. And we need to remember that it was the time when the London, USA, and Soviet Union collaborated. They collaborated in the fight against Nazis. But Polish government in exile didn't wanted to collaborate with the Red Army, and it is the tragedy of Warsaw. Poland also owes much to Soviet Union, much of its territory, especially the Pomeranian was ceded from Germany to Poland because of the Soviet Union. Yes, it's true. The Western Pomeranian was part of Poland in 1,000 years ago, and after it was always the German place, German land, and the thing that now Szczecin is a Polish city, it is only because of the very very how to say, it is because of the fight of the Soviet army, and but also it was a political decision of the Stalin, because when they discuss what have to be the territory of Poland, Churchill, he when he understand that the Polish will be socialist state, he wanted that Polish will be very small state. So he didn't want to give Poland the Silesia. He didn't want to give a Poland to Pomerania. He wanted to that this land stay with Germans. But the Polish now, they are building monuments to Churchill. This is very, very stupid people. Okay, now it's very, very funny, very stupid, very stupid. It is the city of Kielce. City of Kielce. It is in the center of Poland. It is no center. It is in Góry, in the Świętokrzyskie region, and in the Kielce. They existed the cinema called Moscow, Kino Moskva, Cinema Moscow, and now they, as you see, they destroyed this inscription Moscow. There are the Ukrainian flag, so it is another example of very stupid, very primitive Russophobia in Poland. This is the very famous monument which existed in Warsaw in Park Skaryszewski. It was not only monument, it was also the cemetery. There was more than 20 soldiers of Soviet Union. Park Skaryszewski, it is nearby the Vistula River. And it was the place when Soviet army fight with Germany, and because of this fight, Warsaw were liberated 17 January 1945. These guys which are here in the cemetery, this is the guys who liberated our capital. They liberated Warsaw from the Nazis. And now, as you see, this crazy government, and they destroyed this cemetery and this monument of these soldiers. It's shame for our state, shame for our nation, shame for my city, because I came from Warsaw. I was so this is this monument in Koszalin, which was destroyed a few days ago. As you see, it is the Soviet soldier with a small baby from Poland, and he liberated this. Could you explain what happened in Gdansk in 1980 with Solidarity Syndicat? It is mythologized as its great rising against evil communism in here. I suggest that in you to find the lecture of Bruno Drwęski in this channel. Our first videos in this channel was a series of the lectures of Bruno Drwęski about Polish socialist Poland. And Bruno Drwęski recently he wrote a book about Solidarność, so he knows the subject very very well. And what happened in 1918? It was a legitimate workers movement because we had in the time of Gierek in 1970s, we have the market reform in socialist Poland, and this market reform provoked the crisis in the socialist society in Poland. Oh, I will block him. So the workers in Poland, they wanted to better socialism. They are fighting for it was economic demand for better socialist society. Unfortunately, it was used like a tool by the Western anti-communists, by the CIA and stuff like this. And after this movement became a contre-revolutionary anti-communist, and it's very very trist. Okay, so Bruno Hola, my city Wuhan, Jiv Park has a monument commemorating the Soviet Union aid to volunteer Air Force. Okay. I have small off-topic question. How did you become communist if Poland has become so reactionary as we see with the tearing down of historical monuments as we have seen? It's a very long question. I already answered this question many times in Polish in my Polish channel, but maybe I will record the same answer in English language. I starting to be a member of Trotskyist organization in 1990s. So firstly, when I was very young, I was a member of Trotskyist organization, but after a few years, I finished with Trotskyism and I became communist. But it is very very long history. I will record another movie about this. How could Polish People's Republic have been resolved? No. It's very, very. It's. I suggest to see the lectures of Bruno Drwęski, because we have a lot of lectures only about the socialist Poland. Okay, I will continue the showing photos because in few minutes there will be Mateusz Piskorski here, and he will continue. But I want to show you another monument. It is Starachowice. It is Minsk Mazowiecki. It is what? I think that it is in Katowice. As you see, Ukraina, Polska, and it is stupid because they wrote Ukraine. They forget that the people in Soviet army, this is also the Ukrainians. So they oh, it is. I think that this is before. It is not in last few days. It is something before. So it is a lot of stupid things which is written here. They wrote here that oh, you can translate yourself. Um, This is another monument in the time of destruction. You see, this monument are very good. It's good production. They try to destroy, but it is not so easy to destroy. This Soviet quality. If the monument which are building now in Poland we can destroy with one punch of hammer because it is bullshit. The Soviet monument in Poland is strong thing. It is some idiots. It's precz z komuną, raz sierpem, raz młotem, czerwoną hołotę. It's a very popular anti-communist thing in Poland. Another monument destroyed by the big machine. It is sometimes in this monument they wrote Katyn in 1940. We will remember. We remember. They forget that the Katyn was it was a German German things in the September 1941. The Germans, when they occupied Soviet Union, they killed the Polish officers. As it is not and and it is why it is Goebbels who announced this information about massacre of Katyn, because Goebbels knew all the time about this. Here in Chile, we only have a couple of monuments to Allende in Santiago, as well as Recabarren, founder of Chilean Communist Party. Oh, I never heard about this guy, Recabarren. Recabarren. It's good to organize stream like this because we can always learn something. Louis Emilio Recabarren. Né le 6 juillet 1876. Bon, it is the creator of the Parti Communiste du Chili. Partido Comunista de Chile. Okay, but so we learned something today. I come back to my my photos. Another monument. And this guy Słomka, he organized a legion to go to the to go to the to fight with the Russian army in Ukraine. and he said that he will come back only when the Moscow will be defeated, when the Ukrainian and volunteers from all over the world will occupy the Moscow. It will the moment when he will come back. He is a crazy guy. This. Adam Stone. I made a video on Chilean socialist history with Ramiro Funes, and I talk about Reka Baron. Ramiro Funes is very great comrade. If he will listen to this, hello, Ramiro. I spoke with him 2 months ago, I suppose. Dobra, we are continuing. Another monument. It is in Lubawa. And here they've written śmierć wrogom ojczyzny, death to the enemy of the nation. But it is stupid because the Soviet army, it is the liberator of our nation. So they are liberators, and the enemy of our nation, it is Polish government who didn't want to fight with Germany. So I am not against this slogan that death to the enemy of the nation, but we need to understand who is the enemy of our nation. Not Soviet Union. This is in Szczecin. They destroyed the monument of the Red Army. It is very, very funny. It is in the TV. You have something like each name Telegazeta, and you can read the information about the sport, about if you want to bet some result of sport, and you want to look what is the if the CSKA Moscow win with Zenit St. Petersburg or Dynamo Moscow or something like this, you can go to Telegazeta and look what was the result. But now it's forbidden. You can't watch the who win, who lost in the Russian league. You have this information. Z powodu agresji Rosji na Ukrainę wyniki Ligi Rosyjskiej zostały usunięte z telegazety TVP. It's crazy. It is crazy. And this is this monument in Koszalin. So this guy with this machine to construction machine, he destroyed this monument. Professional job, I can say. Another monument. Here we have solidarity with Ukraine. And this was a banner, and I to see this Soviet soldier. He is similar to Putin. It's very, very and he's now he raped a Polish woman. It's very, very primitive. You see how primitive this propaganda is in Poland. It's primitive and this is the guy, one of the famous Polish journalists, and he wrote that Asia attacked Europe. That he's also crazy. Katowice. So I already show you this monument in Katowice. This is Koszalin one more time. Czerwoni mordercy. Time to ban vodka. Russian vodka. Red murders. And you see here you have this Nazi symbol used by the Vichy regime in France by French fascists. It came from France, and the Polish anti-communists are fascists. Okay, another monument and another, and that's all. Mateusz Piskorski didn't come. So maybe one more time we will listen to Russian propaganda, very very aggressive Russian propaganda, because soon they will ban this. For people who don't know what is this is the Piotr Tchaikovsky in the operas in European Union. Now Tchaikovsky, one of the greatest artists in the history of the humanity, he's banned because he's Russian. Because he's Russian. So the situation of Russia now is very very similar for the situation of Jews in the 1930s, in the time of the Adolf Hitler. We have this responsibility for the nation. If you are Russian, we hate you. We will ban you. We have example of the woman which wait. It's very pretty, and listening carefully this, because now they want to ban this. If you have some question, you can ask now. W moim garodzie jest pamiętnik ulica Tadeusza Kościuszko i mnogo jeszcze kogo. Ni umysli nie przychodzi za tym, co делать. This comrade wrote here that in his city there is a monument of Tadeusz Kościuszko. He was a Pole. He was the leader of the insurrection in Poland in 1970-1994. It was an insurrection against Russian. It was the insurrection against Russian, and you see, in Soviet Union, they create the monument for the Polish guy who fight with Russia, because it was the Tsarist Russia. And Kościuszko is important for the history of the revolutionary movement because, of course, it was the insurrection leading by the aristocracy, but there was some kind of the leftist things. They how to say they want to they said to the peasants that if you will fight in the insurrection and the insurrection will won, you will be liberated. So Soviet this Polish army created in the Soviet Union. It was the patron of this army was Kościuszko. So we are saying about this army that it was the army of General Berling of or Kościuszkowcy, because it was the combatant of this pierwsza dywizja Tadeusza Kościuszki. There is the link into the video I made with Bru вообще what do people close to you think about Poland tearing down these monuments? Many people, this is two questions. One question is this Russophobia and this crazy Russophobia, and this Russophobia where the symbol of all evil is Putin. So people in Poland, they are crazy. They are they don't understand that the Russia is a big state. There is a lot of problem in Russia. They are this Western propaganda is very primitive, and they try to show Russia like that it is the totalitarian state ruling by one guy, and because this one guy is crazy, so now we have war. This thing is much more complicated by this. And already the question who started this war, it is something which it is impossible to discuss with Polish people now, and also it is very complicated to discuss how to discuss with some guys from my family, because they don't understand that this war is not starting in 24th of February, a few days ago. This war is started in 2014, in the time when the Ukrainian army starting to bombing and killing people in Donbass. So this operation was provoked to stop the war, not to, but already when we try to explain what is why the I am not I not support this war, but I understand what is the reason for provoke this war. But now it is not time to rational conversation. People don't it is why I named this topic here madness, because Polish people now are mad. It's impossible to discuss with them now. If you have some question, it is good time to ask. You can ask about this, or you can ask about something different. We are waiting to Mateusz Piskorski. And I wanted to show this photo. Maybe I stopped. I searched this Kielce. Oh. And where is. I think the most people should be in favor of socialism in their hearts, but red ideology has been demonized by imperialist media, cultural propaganda, games, movies, novels. Yes, absolutely true. That But I am optimistic. I am optimistic. I knew that in 1914, when the First World War began, the Russian population also was crazy. They were very crazy. Now we need to hate Germans. They changed the name of the capital of the Russia. Before it was Saint Petersburg from German language. After it was Piotrograd, and the Germans in Russia were attacked. So it was this hysteria in 1914, and few years later, when the soldiers of Russia and soldiers of Germany starting to stop the fire, ceasefire, and they fraternized in the war. And it is the soldiers who were the one of the most important force of the October Revolution, February Revolution, and after October Revolution. So now the Polish people are crazy, but maybe in the next 3-5 years, when they see the consequence of this economic crisis, because now in Poland we have economic crisis. The prices of everything are growing and growing, especially prices of gasoline, of energy things, all these, and salaries are not rising. Salaries are in stagnation. And also there is a problem with Polish currency. Polish zloty is very, very weak now. Somebody who have some economies, some money in bank account, now this money will be disappeared with inflation. Mm, they just hate the term. I remember hearing Ramiro say that arguing with people about Ukraine war is like arguing with a crying person. Everyone around you will get mad with you and think you are the bad guy. Yes, if you are not agree with everything, because you can be agree with something. I can be agree with my family, for example, war is bad. I am against the war, but I am not agree that Poland have to support Ukraine. I am not agree with this analysis that everything with the Ukrainian government make is good and everything with Russian done is bad, because it is much more complicated. And if you're starting to discuss and you are showing the rational arguments, they are crazy. They starting to be very nervous. No, no, it is the Russian propaganda. It is the Putin's propaganda. You are repeating all the time this Putin stuff, blah blah blah. Recently, for example, it was 2 days ago, 2 days or 3 days ago, when the Lavrov and speak with Kuleba. And so the foreign minister of Russia spoke with the foreign minister of Ukraine. They go to Turkey only to speak together. And it was the transmission in the Polish television TVN 24. And so they when the Kuleba from Ukraine he speak, it's good, it's good, it's good. When Lavrov starting to spoke, They cut him, and the journalist from the TVN 24 said, "No, no, 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 no. We will not show this Russian propaganda." So why these journalists go to this Turkey to make transmission from this meeting if he don't want to show Lavrov? It's crazy. How are people in Poland reacting to the massive wave of Ukrainians? Is it possible that there might be hate towards Ukrainians later on? It depends. It depends because in the television they show you only the mother with children, and if most of Poles, when they see the mother with young children who fleeing the war, they are open, they help them. I can be proud for the Polish population that they help the women and children who fleeing the war. So there is a lot of solidarity which shown that the Polish society is not so right wing like they try to present that. There are a lot of solidarity in Polish nation, but you need to understand that in this more than 1,500,000 refugees from Ukraine, it is not only mother with children. There are a lot of young guy who are paying money for the military in the border, and they flee the war. This is the young, strong guy in good shape, and they need to be now in the army, Ukrainian army, and they are fleeing the war. And these people are not shown in the Polish television, but there is a lot of thousands of Ukrainians now who came to Poland, and of course it is something very strange for the Polish population that wait, why you are here, why you are not fighting, you are in good condition, you are not ill, you are not baby, you are not a woman, you can fight for your so mm, so but I think that we can come back to this discussion after 1 month, 2 months, or next 6 months, because this madness, this hysteria will finish soon. I suppose, but there are economic problems with so many people who are new in our country, who don't speak Polish language, who from first day they have a lot of money, which uh, every time in capitalist Poland they said to the Polish workers, no, you are not deserved the money for something. You, if you want to money, you are lazy. And Polish understand this, and now they see that there are not that they are paying taxes, and these taxes are not coming back to Polish society. These taxes are going to the Ukrainians. So it will provoke in the future, I think, many bad things. But I need to repeat that I am not in Poland now, so I don't know. So it is why I invite Mateusz Piskorski, who is who didn't come now. We all the time are waiting for him. Mass hysteria is useful for distraction of real problems in social and economy. And this mm, Michał, передай пожелания здоровья для Bruno Drweski. Жаль, нет jego книг на русском. Еще нет, но может в будущее сделаем, что будет. Rebirth of Communism. Read Dilyana Gaitan-Diechvia reporting on Pentagon found in biological laboratory here. She's from Bulgaria. Try to speak to Diliana. She's from Bulgaria. Yes, yes. Sooner or later, I will. For people who came now, I try. I need to explain this image. This image, it is from Kielce, where the cinema named Moscow now changed their name, and it will be Cinema Kyiv or Cinema Wołyń or Cinema Bandera. Okay, comrades, do you have? Maybe I will try to find this because we are waiting for. We are waiting for Mateusz Piskorski. I will try to find this lecture of Bruno because there was a question about the solidarity. So because there is important. Oh, it is one. Were sent by. So maybe. Anyway, I was not accept supporting, of course, solidarity. So that's the second aspect. It is the lecture CIA and Solidarność. We record this more than 1 year ago. I will give a link in the chat. But it is not all. There are another. There is some lecture of Bruno Drwęski about the protest in 1970. In the time of war. One more time. Young people. In the time of war, I want to invite you to listen Michel Colon. Unfortunately, most of these lectures are in French language, but it is very, very good guy. It is the best guy in the world who understand how the war propaganda work in the time of the war. And now he make a good job, Michel Colon. So if you have possibility, if you understand French language, listen Michel Colon. Okay, comrade. Mateusz Piskorski didn't come. He said that he has fire accident in his house. So, did you watch Duda Harris' press conference and her answer to the question if US are going to help Ukrainian refugees? She started laughing out loud, disgusting. No, I didn't see this, but maybe we will see together.
Bardzo dziękuję pani prezydent za przybycie.
Thank you, President Duda, and for the warm welcome under unfortunate circumstances, given what is.
Zaraz, bo jeszcze ja muszę odpowiedzieć, pani redaktor. Szanowni Państwo, uchodźcy z Ukrainy przybywają w tej chwili do na głowie. Takie sceny. Ogromnie za to moim rodakom dziękuję.
Another country violate its sovereignty, its territorial integrity for the sake of what? Nothing that is justified or provoked? Absolutely, there should be an investigation. And we should all be watching. And I have no question the eyes of the world are on this war and what Russia has done in terms of this aggression and these atrocities. I have no doubt.
Dla nas oczywistą sprawą jest, że na Ukrainie Rosjanie popełniają zbrodnie wojenne. Mam nadzieję, że
Oh, I think that it's waste of time the watching this. If Jota that have a link to which minute, because I will not watch here the Duda now. It's waste of my time. I mm, I respect you, comrades, that will not watch. I don't know. We can answer. You can make a quick vote. Who is the most stupid? Kamala Harris, one, or Andrzej Duda, two. So you can vote. One, Kamala Harris, two, Andrzej Duda. Vote now. We will see who is most stupid. I am voting for Duda. Oh, there is some problem with this chat. It is. Why it's not? So Duda win our election, unfortunately. Okay, comrades. I see that there are no question, and Mateusz Piskorski have a fire accident in his house. So in the finish, I propose one more time listening the crazy Russian, the very hard Russian propaganda. which is now forbidden in Poland, forbidden in all the European Union. Sorry to that third time we are listening this, but it is very very pretty, and it's shown how this hysteria is crazy. The in the time of that, how they hate Russia, they banned Tchaikovsky and this Russian artist, because this is the ballet, this is the uh, 40 50 women, Russian women who dance in the ballet, and now they don't they banned them to come to European Union to make this spectacle. History will remember this, because people, we are in the historic moment when the nation from the Western countries are crazy, and people who are listening now this stream are the only intelligent who are not crazy. Okay, so I interrupt this. I will continue this later. I have one appeal for the all the comrades who are listening here. If you have some book of the Alexander Solzhenitsyn, we can publicly burn this big book of Alexander Solzhenitsyn, because we can use this Russophobia. We can use that now they ban the Russian Russian artists, Russian writers, to publicly burn the books of the Alexander Solzhenitsyn. If you have some books, you can make video. You can make some thing to fire, and you can record this and send me. I will publish this with I will be proud to publishing things like this, and also spread this information to the other comrades that we need to start action, burning the books of the Alexander Solzhenitsyn. It not necessarily have to be original books. I am against the burning books, but you can take some books, and in these books wrote Alexander Solzhenitsyn, so people will think that it is true Alexander Solzhenitsyn archipelago Gulag, and burn it if they want to ban all things which came from Russia. We need ban the things of Solzhenitsyn, of this crazy guy. Okay, so one more time, we are listening Tchaikovsky, Piotr Tchaikovsky, one of the greatest artists in the history of humanity, which is banned by the Russophobia hysteria. Okay, comrades, thank you for participating in the stream, and we will continue our fight.